Okay, we are live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. How's everyone doing? Good morning. I was a little delayed here. I had my coffee. Had to make my coffee. I was doing a little pour over, and I got a new mug. Look at that. It's nice. If you're a fan of Twin Peaks, it's a double R diner. It's good stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to hang out and talk books. What's everyone reading? T-Dog. How you doing, Jedi? Sick mug. I know. Dad, are you a fan of Twin Peaks? Because this is the moment I saw this, I had to get it. Look at that. Look at that clean double R diner. It's nice. It's an interesting blend that I got going on here. The coffee that I'm drinking. It's a little lighter roast. Not the biggest fan of light roast, but yep. I haven't been reading as much. I think a week has gone by since our last live stream, and I think I read a single chapter of Royal Assassin. It's great. I still love it, but man, I just have not been reading enough. It's just it feels like we have plans every day. Part of that is my fault. I feel bad for my wife. But yeah, gotta carve out time to read, even if it's 10, 15 minutes here and there. You finished Stoner, really good. Started Perdido Street Station, which is a literary acid trip of sci-fi fantasy, which interesting so far. Okay, I've never heard of it, but Stoner, I really want to read. I am not, but maybe I'll have to become a fan. It's Twin Peaks is a very interesting series. It's 3 seasons long. First 2 seasons came out in the 90s, I think, and then 25 years later is when the 3rd season came out, and it's almost 2 different shows. It's fun. I enjoy it. And if you like a small town with weird characters and good coffee, it's good stuff. Just started Oliver Twist. I did not like it in high school, but I think I'll appreciate it more now. Yeah, I was talking about that with someone yesterday, about the books that we read in high school, how we just don't have the appreciation for or the capacity for. We're so young, and we're kind of forced to read books in high school, certain books, for class and assignments. And I don't think we're getting the most out of it because we're kind of, we're pushed to read it rather than reading it of our own volition. And it's interesting to come back to a book from high school as an adult. Take more, take more from it. Hello. Light roast, too acidic for my taste. Dark roast all day. See, now I'm a medium roast kind of guy, but I've seen some good dark roasts that are quite smooth. And yeah, light roast, it's just a little too many fruity notes, too sweet, and like you said, too acidic. You look relaxed every time. Well, yeah, but that's also because I'm waking up. I woke up at like 7:30, and this is my first cup of coffee, and I'm still kind of, this is the first time I'm talking today. So it's the first time I'm hearing my voice. But yeah, I feel relaxed. I love Perdido Street Station. What is the what's the elevator pitch for that book? Curious. Never heard of it. Join the Dark Roast side. Well, thankfully, our little local coffee shop, they serve a lot of dark roast, and they make a good dark roast. So I don't complain. But if I had a choice, I would choose medium roast. I like that malty chocolate kind of flavor. And yeah, what is everyone reading? Are we still reading the same thing? Are we on to something new? Is anyone reading the book that I'm reading right now? Royal Assassin. I am currently on chapter 8, so about 160 pages in. And yes, I use a magic card for my bookmark. Loving it so far. Let me know if any of you are reading it. Love to talk to you about it. Currently reading Dead House Gates, the second Malazan book. I saw the Broken Binding. I'm seeing ads on Instagram for it. The Broken Binding editions for Malazan. The artwork looks incredible. It looks straight out of a Dark Souls video game. And if that is any inclination of what that series is about, I'm quite intrigued. But I still just, I don't want to do homework while I read right now. So I'm pushing it off. And I know if No Name is in here, whenever he pops in, I'm sorry, I can't right now. You planning on reading any more Westerns? Blood Meridian, The Crossing. Yes, I am. I would love to. I really would. I don't have plans this year to do it, but if this year I'm called back to Westerns, absolutely. I'd probably go with The Crossing. Blood Meridian is something I have to prepare myself for. But I loved All the Pretty Horses, and I think The Crossing would be I hear great things. And I think it's even better. What's up, Thomas? I was about to go outside. I saw you were about to stream. Well, thank you for tuning in. Twice Born by Grace. Go get some sunshine and come back, or bring me with you. The sun just came out, but there are a lot of clouds out right now, so I know I'm not going to get a backyard workout in the sun, sadly, because clouds are too prominent right now. But yesterday was a beautiful day. My wife and I filmed or documented a wedding together, and that was really fun. Crazy literary whiplash from Stoner to China, Melville. Yeah, I hear about that guy. What's that book? His famous book, Two Cities, Tale of Two Cities? Or is that... No, that's someone else. I don't know. But anyways, I hear interesting things about that. Probably answered this, but thoughts on the Broken Binding announcement of the Wheel of Time? I only saw, I think a friend of mine mentioned it, but I need to look into that, like actually see it. Have they revealed a cover and what it looks like? I might, if it's Eye of the World, I might have to get it. I really do. I really want Lonesome Dove. I want that edition as well, but I have no idea. I hear I have to wait for a wait list or something, but then I think I can buy it off the store front. Still, don't know how Broken Binding works. I ordered Kindle. Have you tried? Yes, I have. I'm definitely going to be reading The Stand on the Kindle. Let me go grab The Stand real quick. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at that book. That's massive. 1,100 pages, almost 1,200 pages. It's crazy. I mean, I don't mind bringing it with me, but it's that visual of seeing such a big book that I might have to read it on my Kindle so I can keep up with it. Make it easy to, get through. But we'll see. But I enjoy Kindle every now and then. but I mainly use it for the big books. Good afternoon, Sean Spencer. How you doing? Hello, had a 15-minute walk, feeling great. Yeah, I want to go on a walk too. I mean, I was on my feet all day yesterday, sort of. But yeah, almost done with Shawshank Redemption. Loved Carrie so much. Yeah, I saw your comment. That's awesome. I'm glad you like Carrie. Carrie was fun. I think it was interesting to see that was Stephen King's first book that he ever wrote, and to see how he foreshadows, how he flash forwards, flashbacks, newspaper clippings, just kind of all the little elements that he uses for narrative. He's able to, I don't know, show that in his first book, but then fine tune it and just get better at it with each book. It's really cool. Oh, coffee on me. I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot. Almost done. Oh wait, no, sorry. Today I told a friend that I can't enjoy the funniest mission in RDR2 because mice of men. Oh, okay. I might have missed that mission. It's been a long time. It's been 6 years since I played Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't ask us to give an elevator pitch. Oh, rip. Okay. Is it just too complex or too much to give a elevator pitch? Over halfway through King of Sorrow, loving it. Very cool. I'm reading The Claw of the Conciliator, book 2 of the Book of the New Sun. Oh, okay. All right. No, wait. The New Sun, is that Gene Wolfe? There's like 2 books that come with it. How is that going? Because I hear that's just complex. I was talking with Tudor Ramble the other day. I'm in a video of theirs coming up soon, and yeah, Richard was saying how it's a lot. You really have to prepare yourself mentally and really focus for that kind of book. I read Royal Assassin last year. At this time, I loved it. My favorite Farseer trilogy, or of the Farseer trilogy. Very cool. Yeah, I don't know why it gets a bad rap with how slow it is. Yeah, sure, not a lot's happened, but the way it's written, I love it. I feel like a lot's happening. Okay, Perdido Street Station is an urban fantasy categorized by a dark, grimy atmosphere and a masterclass in world building. Masterclass in world building. Okay. Each unique race species feels fully realized with their own cultures. I like that. That's rare. I feel like a lot of the world building nowadays is just kind of, oh, look at the world I made, and it's not as like unique. Just feels like a lot of copycats. I use my EX as a bookmark. I like to match my bookmarks with my reading material. Very nice. Still reading The Golden Sun, taking a bit of a break from it for the moment because I'm busy with work and editing footage from a trip I took to New York last year. What did you think of New York? Was that your first time? I've only been in passing a couple times for work, and I love it. I love that big city that just never sleeps. I was hyped for I stay away from trailers, but I was hyped after the first trailer because it was very teaser. It was very minimal, not much dialogue, unique visuals, emotional music. Then the second one got released, the second trailer. Way too much dialogue that made it look like just trying to get everyone in the theater. It didn't look, the dialogue was very cheesy. And our friends that were, close with, we are all kind of on the same page. But I'm holding out hope. I think it'll be great. It'll be fun. I still want to see it. But after a couple of those lines, like my dad's coming home, or let's go charging in, I don't know. We'll see. Reading Speaking Bones, last book in the Dandelion Dynasty book. I love it even more than Farseer trilogy, to be honest. Very cool. Deadhouse Gates is just as intense as its cover depicts. But honestly, it's not really homework if you allow yourself to not need instant understanding of every element of the world. Let it flow. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Number one, I think you need to approach something for what it is first, rather than have this expectation coming into it, because those expectations are going to ruin your enjoyment or experience in something. And if you're constantly comparing something to something else, then that's also going to ruin your experience. But also what you're saying, just trust the author, trust the writer, and let it flow. Going into it, I think my expectations have been all over the place when it comes to Malazan, because I hear how complex it is. And that's all I hear. And how it's kind of not a linear timeline when it comes to book to book to book. But if I get all that out of my head and approach it for what it is, and just get lost and trust Erickson, maybe I'd have a good time. I'm currently waiting on Assassin's Apprentice from the library. From what I hear, I think it's going to be a special one. It is. It's going to be a special one. Savor every word. It's very good. You'll love it. And I think you'll want to pick up the next one right after. Hello, David. How you doing? Hot take. Blood Meridian bored me to absolute death. DNF'd halfway through. Yeah, his writing is pretty, but the lack of character, internal monologue turned me off. Okay. That's fine. I don't have an opinion yet until I read it. From what I've read of Cormac McCarthy, The Road, All the Pretty Horses, I enjoyed. It's a very unique writing style. It's very different, but I enjoyed it. Man, I'm planning to start the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Ultimate Edition. How's that? Ooh, okay. I only got 80 pages into the very first Hitchhiker's Guide book, and I felt like it wasn't for me because of the humor. And I felt like British humor, to me, I'm able to get it visually and audibly from like a movie, but written, in the written word, I feel like I was missing a lot. But I don't want to give up on it. I want to read it another time. I want to come to that book when I'm ready. By the way, love your content, man. I appreciate that. I'm, of course, 10 minutes behind in the chat. Sorry about that. Finished part 1 of Oathbringer, but book 8 of Dungeon Crawler Carl came out, so put Oathbringer down to jump on that, then back to Oathbringer. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of fun to take a break from a book and then dive into another one. If I've ever taken a break from a book, it's more, hey, this book isn't for me right now. I'll return to it later and start over. I've never stopped halfway through, put it down, read another book, then picked up where I left off. I want to read a book from beginning to end all the way through before I get to another book. But more power to you. Are you excited about book 8? Because my wife is currently on book 6 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and she's cooking. She's getting through it. I'm reading Speaking Bones, Assassin's Quest, and Shawshank Redemption. All God tier. Okay. I hear Shawshank Redemption's a great little short story. They're releasing 3 books a year of Wheel of Time and plan to complete the series. No cover reveal yet, but I assume the dust jacket will have the original art at least. I'd only get Eye of the World. I wouldn't get every book. Maybe Eye of the World and Memory of Light. I don't see the need at all to own all 14 books. Yes, I love the series. I adored it. It's one of my favorite of all time, but 14 books, 50 to 80 bucks a pop. I will not. I can't do that. But I can't wait to see the Eye of the World version. That'll be fun. I love that cover. Reading The Stand on paperback gave me carpal tunnel. Yeah. It's either going to give you carpal tunnel or grip strength. And I think, yeah. Man, I'll have to start Veiled Throne soon. I loved Wall of Storms a lot. Dandelion Dynasty is really different, but really good. Not for everyone. Never read it. I don't know too much about it. I'll go out after the stream. I went out this morning and it was windy. I'll be reading Nosferatu. How you feeling about that book? Still haven't read anything of Joe Hill, but I'd like to. Okay, so if I were to dive into Joe Hill for the first time, what book would be best? As in a good sample size of his work that you think maybe is I don't know, maybe his best book, or maybe just a book for a beginner in Joe Hill? What do you think? What would you suggest? Oh, Tom, my friend, call me crazy, but in 2027, I plan to reread only Stephen Erickson. Hey, I love it. I love that. I think that's great. I think that is wonderful. That's going to be fun. How many times have you read Stephen Erickson all the way through? Like Malazan? Because if this is your first reread, that's going to be fun. Just finished a collection of Conan the Barbarian and planning on starting Hamlet by Shakespeare today. Very cool. What did you think of the Conan stories? I was actually looking into that. Carrie was his first published book. He actually wrote The Long Walk and Gunslinger long before Carrie. Oh, okay. Interesting. Fun fact. Wow. Huh. That's crazy. Wow. Because The Gunslinger, in my opinion, is one of his best books. But I don't think he's ever written anything like that in that style. Very ambiguous. And that was my issue with, I did a video, by the way, on my thoughts on the first 2 books of The Dark Tower. Check that out if you want. But my initial thoughts were I loved The Gunslinger. It was so unique, the writing style, the ambiguity, and then diving into the second book, Drawing of Three. I was shocked with just that shift in tone and subject matter, what the story focused on. And I was just like, huh, okay, not my cup of tea. I started drinking hot matcha instead of coffee because coffee makes my stomach cramp and makes me poop. Yeah, coffee's great. I've only had matcha a couple times. My issue when I get matcha, greetings from Ukraine, greetings. My issue with matcha is they put too much milk in it and not enough matcha. And it doesn't have that matcha flavor. Or they add too much vanilla and it's too sweet. So thankfully our local coffee shop really does it right. And they know the balances. It's the mission of Arthur and Lenny in the bar. Oh, okay. That's funny. Yes, Gene Wolfe. I've read the first book, Shadow of the Torturer, twice already, and it's incredibly dense. Really interesting experience, though. Yeah. Yep. Ugh. I have those two books are waiting for me. Book of the New Sun. Oh, what are your thoughts on trade back versus mass market paperback versus hardcover? Because I've recently transitioned from being trade back person to mass market due to the Way of Kings. Due to the Way of Kings. What do you mean by that? Is it because, like, did Way of Kings influence that in you? So you like mass market paperback. What are the differences, by the way? Mass market is smaller, cheaper, right? Versions of the books, and then hardcover trade is, I don't know exactly, but my thing is I like paperback regardless of the type, um, over hardcover. This does happen to be a hardcover because it's like a special illustrated edition. It's beautiful. I like it, but I like the feeling of paperback in my hand. It's nice. Although this is humongous. Do you accept gifts from subscribers by mail? I recently got into DIY bookmarks and would love to send you a couple. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I do, but I don't have a PO box anymore. And I feel like if this was, I don't know, it's a weird thing. I don't know. I don't ask for gifts, or like, hey, send me stuff. I would get a PO box, and I had a PO box for a few months just to try it out, but I didn't bring attention to it. I didn't tell people that I had one. And for me, telling people I have one almost feels like, hey, send me stuff, send me free stuff. And that just feels weird to me. But if I did get a PO box again, I would definitely need to bring attention to it, because if folks like you, saying you wanted to gift me something such as DIY bookmarks, then you'd know where to send it. And I feel like I need to do better about that. So if I do get a PO box, I will let you know, because I think DIY bookmarks, I'd love that. That's awesome. Thank you. Just finished rereading The Shining. Liked it much better this time around from becoming a father myself. Currently reading The Haunting of Hill House and Empire of Silence. Liking both a lot. Oh, what do you think of Hill House? I love that book. If I were to ever have a child, I have a daughter. I love the name Eleanor, and that's where I got that idea from. Eleanor from Haunting of Hill House, and uh, I don't know, just Eleanor sounds like a cute name for a daughter. So, yeah, fun fact. Empire of Silence, glad you're liking it. Still don't know when I'm going to dive back into that series. And by the way, I am 12 minutes behind in the chat. So I'm going to try my best not to skip around because I don't want to neglect you guys. Let's try to do a speed run. I'm taking way too long on each comment. Let me refill my coffee. All right, we're back. We're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Got a full cup of joe in my nice double R diner from Twin Peaks mug. That was a mouthful of a sentence. Have I tried Dan Brown yet? No. Is he I'm thinking of Dan Simmons, right? No, is Dan Brown. What is Dan Brown written? Is that Is that The Terror or is that Dan Simmons? I can't remember. I get them mixed up. Trying to wrap up Project Hail Mary because I really want to pick up either The Gunslinger or Doctor Sleep, sequel to The Shining. Love that. My friend, my best friend John, we did a live stream together. He recently just finished Name of the Wind, and again, I cannot wait to do that live stream with him and show that conversation with you. I just texted him today. When can we do our Name of the Wind live stream? Still haven't heard from him. He's a busy guy studying to be a pilot. Yes, my first time in the city. I loved it. Okay, New York. Yeah, I love it. I want to experience New York City fully. I think nowadays more and more movies and shows are made on books. That's a good point. They are. They're either rehashes of an original idea, you know, just, okay, Devil's Wear Prada 2, okay, a sequel to another movie, or it's just an adaptation of a book. It's very interesting. I was going to start Assassin's Apprentice soon as well. That's awesome. You just landed on my FYP. How often do you do this? I try to do this once a week. I like to, so in a perfect world, I want to have a video out Monday, Friday, and then a live stream Wednesday. I just think that's fun. But worst case scenario, we get a video out every Friday. However, sadly, this Friday, I'm not going to be able to get a video out. So definitely try to get a video out probably Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. But I try to do a weekly live stream. I think it's fun to just hang out, chat, talk. Yeah. Glad you found me. I appreciate you. I hope you stick around and have a nice cup of coffee. I know I'm 10 minutes late to your reply, to your comment. Do not listen to that. Blood Meridian is one of the greatest works of American literature. The writing is great. Biblical cadences at times. The whole thing is a palindrome. I could go on. Hey, I'm not going to form my own opinion until I read it, but I appreciate it. I'm excited. I'm on a trip confused to take either Hitchhikers or 11/22/63 or The Godfather. Which should I? It's a 40-hour journey up and down and 15-day stay. Ooh, this is fun. I hope you're still in the chat because I'm late. I too am taking a trip next week, but I'm in the middle of a book right now. You know, it's a hardcover book. This is not necessarily the best book to travel with. So I can't really switch books. I want to, but I don't know how I feel about that. Well, Hitchhikers is short. It's a 15-day stay. I would suggest bringing Hitchhikers and 11/22/63. That's my suggestion. Depends on how fast of a reader you are. I will be here every Wednesday then. I just skipped ahead. I'm sorry, guys. Any book that you would like to adapt a movie or series run? I'm thinking more on Blake Crouch. Speaking of Blake Crouch, my sister texted me. Let me read you her text. And then I'll get back to the chat here. I read 2 Blake Crouch novels on my trip. Then I started the Wayward Pines trilogy yesterday. Finished the first book and then started the second today. I was reading that it's inspired by Twin Peaks. Made me think of you and also made me definitely want to watch the series. So fun little fact. All right. Okay, I need to just catch up here. Here we go. I just saw your vid today about Dark Tower. Before The Stand, consider Eyes of the Dragon for some great first POV with the Man in Black. It's a quick, fun read. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I don't know yet. I don't own the book yet. So that's the problem. I'll look into that. Thank you. Ooh, are you feeling all right? Voice kind of sounds like you're getting sick. I'm fine. I'm still waking up. Still got a frog in my throat, but I'm doing great. Are you a black coffee kind of person? Because if so, how? I want to get there one day because I feel like I miss out on all the benefits when I turn my coffee into a macchiato. I am a black coffee person. It's just a developed taste. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it takes time. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's okay. But maybe try a little less creamer and sugar each time. Each time. And then slowly it's black coffee. And then try a couple times just black coffee. And try different roasts. Dark roast, medium roast, light roast. Medium I suggest most because I think it's more flavorful. It's less acidic, it's less bitter. It's very malty and chocolatey. Started reading Stephen King and having the time of my life. I have The Stand arriving today. Finished Christine now. Love it. As long as you trust Erickson, read it slow and enjoy it, then you're good. There's a high chance it'll become your favorite thing on paper. Maybe. Read Nosferatu first. It's honestly really great, surprisingly touching as well. Start there. I appreciate that, Jedi. I trust your recommendations, Jedi. I think you and I think a lot alike. Reading Between Two Fires right now, it's like Game of Thrones meets the Book of Revelation. Love it. Okay. Just gave all my Cosmere books close to the entire run to my colleague at work today as I've lost interest in the world. She was shocked and thrilled. That is a beautiful gift. That is wonderful. If ever I have a child, I hope to gift this child my entire Wheel of Time collection. When The Stand is mentioned, it keeps making me think of The Trial by Franz Kafka, even though I'm sure they're nothing alike. I've only read a book of short stories by Hill, and I have found them kind of forgettable. Nosferatu was my first from Joe Hill. Really good story, in my opinion. Many people like Heart-Shaped Box, and I've tried it 3 times, but not for me. Okay. So I might do Nosferatu. I hear it's a Christmas book, too. Do you think that you'd recommend that reading during Christmas time? I'm now almost 20 minutes behind in the chat. This is horrible. Greetings from Ukraine ×2. Love it. I'm liking it so far, about 150 pages in. It's like an episode of Criminal Minds with fantasy horror. Very cool. Ooh. Is it a detective book? Is Nosferatu a detective book? Where do you think the guilt from DNFing books or book series usually comes from? Is it just the fact that you feel like you're giving up, or is it something else? For me, there's no guilt. There might be a little bit, only because I present my reading publicly to other people on this channel. If that wasn't the case, I'd feel much less guilt. But the guilt lasts very little because I'm able to explain myself and why I'm choosing my books. And again, I think we don't need to force ourselves into books that we're not liking and to push through it for the sake of it, just to get to the end. Read what you like and enjoy the journey. You know, you could always go back to the books you don't finish. That's the beauty of it. So Joe Hill, the comic series Lock and Key is amazing. I started with his short story collection, Strange Weather. Great introduction. Just finished King of Sorrow and loved it. Okay. Kind of doing a speed run here. Oh my gosh, way behind. Oh, wait. Okay, I accidentally skipped ahead. Here we go. Thomas, we do indeed agree on mostly everything except the drawing of 3 was, to me, what coffee is to you. Nosferatu will absolutely not be what you're expecting, like most King and Hill books. Is that a good thing or bad thing? The Grace of Kings and Wall of Storms are my first two favorite books in a fantasy series. Ken Liu is such a genius, underrated author. Very cool. I need to give that a shot. I think I remember you mentioned you like having a smaller bookshelf. When you overflow, will you get a bigger one or get rid of books? I will not get a bigger one. If we get a bigger place, yeah, maybe. But I love our little bookshelf. It's so cute. It's just so quaint. It fits there perfectly. It's like an accent piece to the whole living room. I think it's fun to, my friend Elliot, who's a friend of the channel and a friend in real life, he only puts a book on his bookshelf that he's finished. That's pretty cool. But I put books on my shelf that I haven't read or I have read. So I usually have books in other places, like other shelves around the house, or just in a box or in a closet. But I don't have, compared to a lot of people, especially on Booktube, I don't have a lot of books. There's a gal that we talked to. She said she ordered 30 books just in one single order. That I've never even thought of doing that. That's a lot. So if ever I've done that, then yeah, that's oof. I would need a bigger, bigger bookshelf. Headed to lunch, but hope you have a great stream and a great day. Thank you, Dad. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm 20 minutes late to your comment. I hope you're still here, but floppy paperback is still the best for reading. I agree. I totally agree. Thomas, what's up? Sell me on Robin Hobb. My wife is on Royal Assassin and wants me to read it too. Also, hype up Misery for the chat to remind people how great that book is. Okay, I was actually thinking about that today. Misery, I think, is the best book King has written so far because the foreshadowing is not in your face. There's so much mystery. There's so much ambiguity. You're stuck in the room with this one character from his perspective. So that's all the information you get from him. Whatever information he gathers, that's all you know as the reader. So him looking at the door, him looking at the window, the calendar that's not changing, seeing the changing weather outside. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. I think my issue with Stephen King, he foreshadows too heavy and it becomes too predictable. His books are still enjoyable, but there are only a handful of books that I believe are truly surprising. And Royal Assassin, Assassin's Apprentice, if you like slow, methodical, tender characters and stories, give it a shot. It's very intimate. It's very gentle. It's a slow burn, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh boy, I am so behind. I like that the chat. Patrick is here. What a legend. I know, what a legend. Love his channel. Eye of the Dragon is so easy and fun to read. Definitely one of the most fun reads, and going to read this to my children one day. I might have to give that a shot. We'll give it a shot, maybe. We'll see. I finished The Stand a few days ago, and it was a full King experience from his highest highs to his lowest lows, but what a journey for sure. Not his best, but definitely up there. Yo, Thomas, hope your day is going good. Keep up the hard work. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I am going all over the place right now. Dan Brown wrote Da Vinci Code. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'll read that anytime soon. Have you seen the Dual Spires episode of Psych? Great parody of Twin Peaks. Ooh, I might have to give that a shot. Man, I am so behind. Have you considered reading the Malazan books of the Fallen? I completely hooked by book 1. I have considered it. Trust me, I have. and I will read it. Favorite Stephen King adaptation, I think I'm going to say, is Stand By Me. And I think in that case, it's better than the book, better than the short story. Stand By Me. Can I see the print copy of The Stand? I have an old one, and it is small and bold. Here is the print copy of The Stand. Got it from Target. I know it kind of looks cheesy. It's kind of bright. But I liked this version better than the dark blue one with the guy with the cigar on it. This cover tells a story. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, we're catching up. We're cooking. Only 17 minutes behind. Thomas, please finish Royal Assassin in The Stand by next week for your next stream. Please, thank you. Also, you should check out the 90s miniseries of The Stand after you read it. Rob Lowe and Jamie Sheridan. Okay. I'll give it a shot. I'll try. We'll see. His lowest lows should not be associated with The Stand. How much space do you give a book before you DNF it? I'm right there with you, Troy. 50 pages seems good. I did about 50-ish pages with Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, book 1, Dragon Bone Chair by Tad Williams, before I just dropped it. I'll try it again another time. I feel like if you can't hook me by book 1, a series is not worth it. I shouldn't have to work through a book 1 or a second book just to get to a good third or fourth or fifth book. And I know that's kind of divisive, but it's tough. Like if you're giving your first impression of a series in book 1, and it's not the best, or not the best, but if it doesn't hook the reader, why should I continue? Same thing goes with maybe the first third of a book. If I'm not intrigued, if I'm not into it, then I'm going to put it down. But maybe I step back and I ask myself, am I in the mood for this? Am I ready for this? And if I'm not, I'm going to DNF it, put it down for a little bit, come to it another time down the line. Maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, a month, who knows? What are your thoughts on Larry McMurtry considering Lonesome Dove a failure due to it romanticizing Westerns rather than his intent of subverting them? Whoa. I disagree. I think it doesn't romanticize the Western. It's very hard. It shows the hard living of that life and traveling. It's not easy. Doing an extended Dark Tower read, and I'm currently on Eyes of the Dragon. What a wild journey so far. Love that. Me too. But I'm not on Eyes of the Dragon. I might give it a shot. Trying to do a speed run, y'all. It's really chunky for a trade paperback. Also, mythical creatures he battles. World Conan is set in. Was really interesting. I can't attest for any historical accuracies, but appears Robert E. Howard wrote it like a historical fiction. Very cool. Having Coffee Too while reading Insomnia by Stephen King. Very cool. Oh, I read Name of the Wind due to your recommendation. I loved it. I liked Wise Man's Fear even more, though. Whoa, very cool. I think both books are together. I wouldn't compare the two. I mean, yes, I love Name of the Wind because it's the beginning of a journey, beginning of a tale, beginning of that story. And 2 continues on. And I think without Name of the Wind, Wise Man's Fear it doesn't stand on its own 2 feet. And without Wise Man's Fear, I feel like Name of the Wind is not necessarily a full-on completed book, but I still feel like it's good to read Name of the Wind as a standalone. You know, it's not complete, but it's still good. Oh man, I'm trying to catch up. Oh, Conan was definitely intense, pretty awesome, but I was pleasantly surprised how intelligent and merciful Conan is. I was fully expecting a mindless savage with epic battles. Very cool. Yeah, I want to get into Conan just because of the tone of Dungeons and Dragons campaigns I've been running, and I hear that'd be fun. Okay, let's see. By the way, I am going to be hopping off here in a bit. I've got an errand to run. But aside from that, yeah. So any final little questions, ideas? I'm sorry if I've missed some of you in the chat. Trying to catch up here a little bit. Ooh, any tips on how to keep all the Wheel of Time characters correctly in mind? From Mike's book reviews, a legendary booktuber, he says if a name is not mentioned more than 2 or 3 times, don't worry about it. I know there are a lot of names, and there are more names than you need. Most of these names are just kind of there. But if a name is brought up over and over and over again, then keep note of it. But ignore all the other ones that are just kind of there for decoration. So far into the Dark Tower series, Gunslinger 5 out of 5, Drawing of 3 5 out of 5, Stand 3.5 out of 5, and Eyes of Dragon solid 4.4 or 4.5 out of 5. Very nice. What is the number one that turns you away from a book? The number one thing that turns me away from a book, I think writing style. Number one, the writing style is an adjustment, and I have to get into that rhythm, the word choice, how the words flow, how the sentences flow. But eventually you can adjust to that and get used to it. Because from author to author, you're going to have different writing styles. But let's see. Dialogue, maybe. I tried Between Two Fires, and I felt the dialogue was very just juvenile. Just not, it pulled me out of it. It didn't feel believable. And when something feels not, held within that world, sorry, my wife's making breakfast. Yeah, I don't know. Bad dialogue, hard writing style to get used to. And it doesn't need to have like an inciting incident for me to just immediately know what I'm getting myself into. It's okay for a book to have a slow burn, a slow buildup. What hooks me in right away? A character. Okay, well, number one, the writing style, but also a character to like care for, and a character to follow and get used to. Philosopher King's Booktube GOAT. Wow, I am unworthy of the GOAT because I feel there are a handful of people that I would consider on the what's that mountain? Mount Rushmore of Booktube. Mike's book reviews, Talking Story. Man, lot of good folks. Drinking some coffee, and reading C.S. Lewis Space Trilogy. Very cool. After this live stream, I'm going back to Assassin's Quest. 180 pages in. They're perfect. Currently reading Lonesome Dove. So good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's an unbelievable read. Have an amazing day, guys. Taking off into the world of Delane. Thank you so much. Hey, Thomas, miss you. Hope you're well. Doing great. I miss you too. Yeah, I think that's about it for me. Short live stream, but a lot needs to be done today. A lot of books need to be read. A lot of coffee needs to be sipped. And yeah, I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Oh man, oh boy, most overhyped famous author. I don't think I'm equipped to answer that yet. I don't think I've read enough to have that. I think we love how unformulaic your channel seems compared to others. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I try to just be honest and be myself. Sometimes there is nice to have a formula, at least with the coffee in the beginning and maybe talking about weather, but I want it to be conversational. But anyways, thank you all for hanging out and tuning in. We had like 50 people in. Pretty cool. Yeah. Sorry if I missed your comments, but we'll do a live stream next week. Next Wednesday. But yeah. Thank you so much. And until